need early look, because we got a copy early, so we're gonna check it out. Cozy city builder, trading, resource management stuff. Tutorial, let's do the thing. Courtesy of Spaceflower, the devs, publishers, everybody. Yay. Greetings, welcome to Let's Untrade. I am the king, your monarch and sovereign. This clever little fellow on my shoulder is my most trusted advisor, Mr. Nuts. That's nuts. Mr. Nuts. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Well said, Mr. Nuts. Yes, I have big plans to grow the economy of my domain, but can't oversee everything personally. Feasts and balls are just so time-intensive that I hardly find time to do much else. That's why I'm looking for someone who is as hardworking as I am, and you look like just the right person. Let's learn how to play. Up at the top right of the screen, you'll see main quests. Yep. Move forward. You'll be rewarded handsomely for completing these tasks. Side quests are optional, but main quests must be completed to finish the scenario. First, let's move the camera. Yay! Pan. Woo! Rotate. Zoom. Reset. Yay. Very straightforward. It's time to build your first city. Cities are founded by placing a city center. Select the city center from the basics tab, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Basic. Basics. Town, city center. But, wait for it to be done building. Okay. We're not in a hurry. Very cozy and mellow. It's a good game for stream. Nothing too frenetic. Nice and chill for a cozy evening. Ba-ding! Alright, now that you've founded a city, you can place production and residential buildings on neighboring tiles. Start by placing 2 potato farms on fertile soil, tiles, and 2 peasant homes. You can hold shift to place multiple buildings. Alright. Peasants. Potato farms. 1, 2. 1, 2. Let them build. Let them build. I'm just going through the motions of the tutorial, not planning things out, because obviously the tutorial's not going to matter anyway. This is just to get the idea of the things. While I spill coffee off screen. Woo. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I know I can speed things up, but are we really in a hurry? We're just getting started. Very cute. Little duders. Little wooden peoples doing the things. This is so stinking cute. Now where do they pull the trees from? Their butts? Or is there going to be a forest or... There we go. You can see the little guys with carts transporting resources to the building sites just then? Those are city transporters. All resources must be transported from where they're produced to where they're consumed, and the transporters are responsible for doing so inside the city. When you're about to place a building, you'll see arrows which indicate the distance, which will need to be traveled by transporters. A city only has a limited amount of transporters, which means the bigger the city gets, the further the transporters will need to travel, and the more difficult it is to keep up with them. Okay, that makes sense. So I'm assuming you'll be able to build more transporters as you go along. You may have noticed that there are some gray unexplored tiles to the north of the castle. In the top one, blah blah blah. Top left, you can see the UI where your knights are listed. Ah. Click on the scout icon, select the scouting flag, then place it. Click on a tile next to the unexplored tile to automatically reveal them. Alright, Mr. Knight. Oh, where is... Ah, here we go. jump. Wait, where's scouting? That's to click on him. Back to the keep. Scout mode. There we go. Okay. There. I see. Just gonna need to read the tooltips and not rush. I see. Icon makes sense, though. Little wooden horse with the little wooden knight. Amazing. Great, you found a forest title. Let's find a new city next to the forest title. We're gonna have more than one city? Alright then. Yeah. Most resource buildings need to be placed on a specific type of tile. Lumberjack needs to be placed on a forest tile and will then produce wood. For all the production buildings, Lumberjack requires inhabitants to work there, in this case peasants, so don't forget to build a peasant home. Yeah, get to work, filthy peasants. I mean, what? Well, the little night duder just going about his business. All tiles have been revealed. Oh, and each town has its own name. Can give it its own name. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I'm not worried about it for the sake of the tutorial. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. I need to check something right quick. Oh, there it is. Blah, 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 blah. Yep, pre-release version. Yep. Okay. But inhabitants have needs and wants, and this is reflected in the resources they consume. If inhabitants' needs are met, they will remain in the city. But if not, then they will become unhappy and move out. It may take a while for a new inhabitant to move in again, meaning the city will have a smaller workforce in the meantime. These resources are broken into two groups, basic and luxury. Basic resources are more important, and if these are missing, the inhabitants will be very unhappy. If both basic resources are provided, then the inhabitants will no longer move out and will fill all the slots in residential building, meaning the city will have a full workforce. Luxury provide extra happiness, but are not enough if the basics are missing. Well, that makes sense. Besides, making sure the inhabitants don't move out, happiness is also important because inhabitants provide money to the city depending on their happiness. The happier the population, the more money a city will have to trade and purchase goods. Okay. Connect them with a road. Wow, not a road. Do I need to put the road right on the tile? I do. Okay. That makes sense. Each city has its own budget. Also sell resources which it overproduces. Therefore, the prices of resources in the economy are determined by supply and demand. Managing the production and flow of resources in the economy and therefore indirectly managing the prices is vital for success. This is because on every trade you levy a trade tax of 25% on both cities. Oh, wow. Let them trade, Matt! Let them trade! This is your primary source of income. Try to build an economy where cities are specialized and must import many resources from one another, but beware of monopolies as they drive up prices and make the economy inefficient. I gotta move some stuff, so I'll be back in a bit. Alright, no worries, Matt. You can see the market price of a resource in the Global Resource Overview in the top left. If you click on a resource in the Global Resource Overview, then you will switch to the Focus mode. Here, lots of additional information will be available, including global production and consumption of that resource, as well as displaying which cities are trading and with whom. In our little economy here, the first city produces potatoes and buys wood. The second city will produce wood and buy potatoes. Watch them in action. Look, they're buying potatoes. Yay. Oh, there's the resource manager. Planks, fish, wool. Assume that's stuff we're getting to. We did it. But most traders, idiot only has a limited amount of either. Blah blah. Must be upgraded. Increase the number of traders and transporters they have at their disposal. Can be applied at any time, provided you have the required coins and resources. Let's try it. Select one of the cities in the main tab and select the upgrade icon. Well, we'll start with Foxvale. Where is... Oh, there it is. 20 logs and 20 planks. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Alright. Alright. 6 logs a minute. Efficiency in motion. Or something. Their little wooden horses and their little wooden carts. This is cute. God, this is so cute. So stinking cute. Bridges? Okay. Yeah, well, that makes sense. You need bridges to cross waterways and stuff. The wooden castle. Amazing. Happy little wooden buildings. Yay. Okay, so potatoes are worth more than... Okay, good work. You finished the first part of the tutorial. Yay. Okay. Next! Let's see. After such a good showing, you decided that you have promised to teach one other thing. Today, we will be learning about research, upgrades, and modifications. We start, we need to solve a little problem. I've been siphoning off a few coins from the infrastructure budget here and there to pay for my birthday party preparations. In times of austerity, a strong leader must make tough decisions and set priorities, you understand. Sadly, this has led to some minor unintended consequences, such as complete and utter dilapidation of the kingdom's bridges. What? You see these roads, the bridge connecting them collapsed. Now the two towns here can't trade. Let's connect them again before we start. Select the bridge and the basics. Okay. Yay! It was silly. Very good. Now the cities will trade again. Whilst wood and potatoes are nice, we also want to produce other resources. For example, planks are a resource made of wood, and a sawmill are required to build most buildings. However, before you build a sawmill, you must first research it in the research tree. Research is done in your castle normally. You build a research center yourself, but I'll construct it for you today to help speed up the process. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much, Your Highness. Open the tree on the left. There we go. That, no. Yeah, that's, yeah. I want to research the sawmill. What are these other things? Oh, upgrades for the homes. Oh, every building has upgrades. Well, most buildings have upgrades. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then we'll plunk that in Rivenspire. Ooh, there's some minables over there. All right, all right. I'm starting to see what's flowing here. Side quest. Speed time up. Speed time up more. Just so we can get through the. There we go. Great, sawmill. Do it in the build menu. Yay! Yay! Oh, that'll be quick. Nice. I'm just working along, doing the things. The little wooden buildings start sprouting. Amazing. Amazing. Woohoo! One bitty second. Panda! What's up, Panda? How you doing, boo-boo? Besides researching new buildings, it is also possible to research new upgrades. Once unlocked, these allow you to select a production or residential building and upgrade it to a new level, improving its functionality and providing other benefits depending on the building and level. Let's try it on one of the lumberjacks. In the research tree, select level 2 and do the thing. Lumberjack. Level 2. Research. Yay. Gotta do the triple wiggle. Watching the boy and you. Nice. How is the little one? Handsome little kid. Panda cub. Upgrading. So Jack can lumber his wood. It's a little weird that the people made out of wood are chopping down trees to get more wood. You're welcome. Because everything's wood. Even the horses are wooden. I wonder if the horses eat wood. Well, no, they eat potatoes, apparently, but at least the people do. Wooden people eating potatoes. Very starchy. Ba-da-dum-bum. Well, there we go. Why do gingerbread men live in gingerbread houses? This is true, Matt. Thank you for the resub, Tribble, 13 months, for the honor of Grayskull! Let's see, upgrade. Let's upgrade our lumberjack. Oops. This should be pretty quick. You make your own resources anyway. Oh, look. The researchers have a little wooden telescope on their little wooden platform. That's grim. Chopping them up. Chopping up them crotch goblins. I guess. I honestly don't know. It doesn't explain how the wooden people make more wooden people. They just kind of exist, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I have to build a carving station? I have no idea. In addition to allowing you to, I mean, that's why trees have knots, right? Is it food, lumber, or population? Answer yes. In addition to allowing you to level up your buildings, researching upgrades will also unlock modifications. Modifications are different upgrades in that they can be turned on and off at any time at no additional cost. Modifications are unique to each building and come with different types. Some provide bonuses depending on the neighboring tile, some change the building's inputs and outputs, while others change how many and what type of inhabitants live or work there. Panda was smart making a baby panda. They're protected, right? Both production and residential buildings have modifications, but for now let's test out the forester modification for the lumberjack, which was unlocked when you research blah 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 blah. Select and click the forester modification to activate it. Alright. Where is this? +1 peasants thought 50% output. Oh. It increases work productivity. Very good. Last but not least, let's look at buying resources at your castle. You may have noticed If set to auto-buy, your castle will send out traders to automatically purchase resources for the research center and other castle buildings. In the resources tab of the castle UI, you can set the target storage amount of each resource currently in the economy. When you toggle auto-buy, depending on the amount you set, the castle will automatically buy or sell the selected resource. This may take a little while, as the castle will negotiate a fair price with the cities, which takes time. If you want to speed up the process, you can use direct buy functionality and significantly contribute to China's soft power diplomacy, so they probably get all the dim sum. True. That is an accurate fact. Why do I have a bloop? Okay. Right. I can close Slack for today. Closing Slack. You can access direct buy in the resource tab of the castle UI. When selected, a list of the cities in their offers will display blah blah blah, instantly buy a purchase. While this method is fast and convenient, the price will not be as good as when allowing the castle to haggle a price for you. Now try using direct buy to purchase wood for your castle storage. Resources. Wood. Okay. Where is... There. We're buying the wood. Oh, we need to get to 60. There, I'm direct buying, and it's expensive. Okay. We sent the little wooden duder out to do the little wooden things. There's a lot of wood in this town. Crazy. There. Buy all the wood. All the wood. We gotta hit our quota. I don't know how much money I have, though. Oh, there we go. Is my budget... Global trade. Okay. Okay, I see. Finish the second part of the tutorial. Yay! That was pretty straightforward. My dear and loyal subject, welcome to Crooks Cay, on the outskirts of our kingdom. I know this may come as a surprise, but despite my impeccable, wise, and selfless leadership, this kingdom does have an occasional problem with bandits. Whilst Crooks Cay may look like a lovely and serene island, it's been preyed on by the bandit Big Bad Bob for years. I can accept a bit of stolen food here and there, but Bob recently did the unacceptable and started robbing my sweet, sweet trade. Today we're going to learn how to train a retinue, equip the knight, and finally kick Big Bad Bob's butt. First, let's research the light barracks building in the research tree. When it's completed, you'll find it in the castle tab of the build menu. Place it next to the castle. Well, first we need to build the research thing, don't we? Oh no, I guess we don't. What am I looking for? Light barracks. You said I could do anything. Lol. Well, Matt heard dim sum. He asked if he could make babies with you. I didn't have the heart to tell him that's biologically... I mean... They're both bears.
Wow.
To start a bamboo-scented fire. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yay! It's been unlocked. Alright, so build castle light barracks. Place it down right there. And it builds. We need to defeat Big Bad Bob. Well. High 24 to 26. That's not too bad. Mix the sun and cloud. Hopefully the air pressure won't be stupid. Now you have a barracks, you can train, blah blah blah. Be equipped to the knight when he is back home. Will help him in battle, increasing combat strength and helping him defeat bigger and badder bandits. Train the light ones, they're newbies and may not be the strongest, but they'll still pad out the numbers. If you ever want more detailed information about any system to let them trade, you can open Mr. Nuts Wiki by clicking on the question mark icon in the top right corner of the screen. Because you always want to consult Mr. Nuts. Mr. Nuts! See? Little squirrel duder. That's Mr. Nuts. We're training our duders. Mr. Nuts is the most important advisor for the king. It's nuts, I know. Oh. It's all pretty straightforward. Let's speed things along a little bit. Great, looks like they're ready trained. You can equip them to the knight by selecting him and adding on the knight UI. There. Defeat Big Bad Bob. He's making for the trade route. Select guard mode on the knight UI, and then set the flag nearby to send him to go teach Bob a lesson. Quick now, before he makes off with the stuff. Where's Big Bad Bob? So we want guard mode. Okay. There we go. There goes our knight and his duders to encounter Big Bad Bob. Combat! Oh, we have to go destroy the bandit camp. This one time at bandit camp? We defeated Big Bad Bob. He's turning into a real battle. The wooden duders are using metal weapons. Make it make sense. You think they'd have wooden swords. Bum-ba-dum. That's what you get for disturbing my lovely trade. Very good work. We sure showed him. Yes, it seems like you're really handy to have around. I guess I'll have to find you a job. Report back when you're ready and I'll see what you on the next mat. Toodaloo! Alright. That's... Now for the first scenario. The kingdom is lacking wood production, and while the forests are a rich resource of lumber, they're also sparsely populated. Build up the population and expand wood production. Here we go. Greetings, loyal subject. Mr. Nuts and I have decided that we need to spruce up the kingdom's wood production, and this forest seems like a fine area for lumber. We will firstly need to establish an economy before we can build up a population of workers. Then we can expand and optimize wood production. Sadly, I will not be able to oversee this personally, as the outdoors wreak absolute havoc on my complexion. That's when I thought of you. You don't care about complexions, do you? That motherfucker's name is Mr. Nuts. Yes, the squirrel right there, his name is Mr. Nuts. I didn't think so. Now let's get to work. Toodaloo! Alright, so... First thing we need to establish base economy, build 2 cities, one to produce wood and one to produce potatoes. Is his first name Dees? Could be. Could be. Alright, we need lots of room for the potats. And we want it to be relatively close to tree production. Yes, yes. Put it right here. And we'll put the tutter right there. Mr. D's Nuts. That's crazy. Then we need what? 2 peasants. 2 potato farms. And then 2 more peasants. And then 2 lumberjacks. Oh, I can't... Oh, really? All right. Ah, so that... There's a city scope. Okay. We can work with that. At least now I know. So they've got an inner ring and an outer ring that you have to stay within. That is fine. Woohoo! Provisioner research. Well, we gotta wait till we have other things built up. Ooh, Jesus. Fine work. Look at these little settlements. How quaint. But fine words doth butter no parsnips, nor chop any wood for that matter. I've allotted you more land to develop, and now it's time to get real serious. To really get serious. What? Oh. We're going to need many more inhabitants to work as lumberjacks. Wood doesn't grow on trees, you know. Grow the population so that we have enough workers to meet production requirements. Wow. Wow. But, okay. Well, I need another potato city. Because balance in all things, right? Oh no, those are mines. I can't build there. Interesting. Not sure what I'm going to use these cities for, but we're going to do something with them. Actually, I can put it... no, I don't want to do that there either. I don't want to move them too far away, but I may not have a choice. Well, just because I have potato farms doesn't mean I can't put mines there too. Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Need a lot more peasants. And we'll connect them with roads to make everything work efficiently. Of course, the puppy needed out, and my ass was asleep. Well. Oh, I can't put houses on. Okay, good to know. Can't be built on the border between two cities. Oh, city already at max building count. Oh, cities can only have 7. Okay. I see. So spacing is definitely important. I don't need scouts, do I? No. Wait, what is that? What's that over there? Oh, gold deposit. Okay. Stone deposits, coal, iron. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, research. Tavern, that's luxury. Fisheries, that would be good if I had fish nearby. I'm probably leapfrogging. Getting ahead of myself. Population goes up and down. I wonder why people are leaving. Why are people unhappy? Wah. Upgrading my cities. Looks great, but the current amount of production is not exactly what I had in mind. It's time to get more those burly fellows to work and up your output. You can build more lumberjacks, or you can try upgrading existing ones. Just get chopping.
Yes, you do.
Alright. Well, that means we need to research that then. We're researching level 2 houses first. So we need 70 per... Okay. Wait, what? Produce 70 wood per minute. Holy cannoli. Alright. Alright. speed things up a little bit. Villages are getting upgraded. There, we can upgrade peasant homes. Let's upgrade lumberjack. What key is it? Oh, it's F1. Okay, my bad. Upgrade cloud bank. And this one. Although I did not space out these cities very well, so oops. More like it. Now that's the kind of wood production you really have a knack for deforestation and destruction of gold growth forests. Congratulations. Oh. Okay then. Happy population is key to a strong economy, and inhabitants are not fully satisfied by their basic needs. To be fair, I could do the open world stuff, but progressively figuring things out is actually pretty useful. Fish is a luxury resource for the peasants, although I personally don't have a taste for them. The fish, that is, not the peasants. I guess it's understandable if your only other source of sustenance is potatoes. I have it on very good authority that there are bountiful fishing grounds around here. Start by building a basic economy, producing some scouting packages, and sending the scout to scout the south. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Alright, a tale of two cities. We need one city for potato production. And then one for wood production. Where am I going to put that, though? Put one there. Put the other there. Yes. Oh, that's a bridge. I don't want bridges. I want roads. Yay, basic production. Basically, doing these preliminary scenarios is just to get me adjusted to the overall experience, which is then probably about doing the things to for free play. First, we need to find the fish, and as you can see, you can use your night to scout and reveal more of the map. I have it on very good authority that there are abundant fishing grounds to the south. Send your scout there to have a look. Go forth and scout, Mr. Knight. Music makes it sound more epic than it is. Go ride your horsey, dude. I probably should build a research hut because I'm going to need it so I can research fishing. Does he have enough provisions? He's got 2 more provisions, so he's about to run out of provisions. Wait, what? There's no fish there after all? I was told without a doubt, 100% guaranteed that there would be some there. I guess that serves me right for listening to that wandering shaman. Oh well, lesson learned. In the future, only trust in the old and tested astrology, tea leaves, and animal sacrifice. Anyway, there should be fish around here somewhere. Send your knight to look to the north for fishing grounds. Looks like you're going to need some scout packages, though. Don't forget to build a provisioner. Way the hell up there. Oh, holy. All right. Sure. Oh, wait, we're gonna need resources for the provisioning. So we shall provision them. Oh, he's still scouting. Oops. Up here, you wackadoo. Up here. Research fishing. There we go. Keep him moving. Moving northward. Apparently that's north, I guess. Oh, wow, we're on a table. That's adorable. Now I'm curious about the rest of the room. Yeah, we're just on somebody's... Kitty! Let them trade. Cute, so it's a board game. That's adorable. You found some. Good work. This place looks perfect. Let's build a city and get fishing. Excuse me if I don't hang around. I can't particularly smell it. I can practically smell it already. Not the best spot for a town, but it'll do. Yay! Yes, get him doing his thing. Build these fisheries. At least we have lots of resources. Well, that's something anyway. Let's get these towns upgraded. Not that it matters. I'm probably almost done this scenario. Oh, you're waiting for planks. Okay. Ba-dum-bum. Oh, you're already max building. We need a sawmill. Right. Okay, so there's no destroying a thing. Okay. What if can I place a thing over a thing? Nope. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Lesson learned. Yeah, they can't. New resource discovered, clay. Yay. All right. We need another city. To uh-oh. Nope, you know what? We'll build it here. There we go. We'll outsource. Ooh, iron? Nice. We'll outsource plank production. LOL. Yay! Ooh, sorry, trading excess fish. Let's purchase some for ourselves to store in our castle, which we can then sell later if there's ever a shortage and people start to get hungry. You don't want unhappy peasants, let me tell you. I learned that the hard way. The pitchforks, the torches. Ugh. Alright, resources, fish. There we go. I'll buy us some fishies. This should end this scenario. The night guy is still, he's just off doing his thing. Just exploring. Happily exploring. As you do. As you do. Might as well just direct buy them, honestly. If we can. Buy. Yay. Coal. Yay. We need more coal. Or more coal. We need more fishies. More fishies. Research the fishies. Upgrade the fishies. Give me more fishies, please. More fishies. There we go. We're buying the fishies. I hope. Yep. Okay. Progressively buying the fishies. He's still happily exploring. Okay, bigger fishies. Upgrade the fisheries. Make all the fishes. All of them. There's our fishies. Wonderful! With that fish, I'm sure the peasants will be happy in no time. Why wouldn't they be? What luxury! Your work here is done here. I think you're really starting to get the hang of the whole building thing. Yay! The science of the lambs. LOL. Welcome back, my dear subject. Welcome to your first real job. Isn't this place lovely? Trees, mountains, and the scent of salt in the air. The ocean must be nearby. Do you know what would make this place even more beautiful? If it were economically productive. Wow, capitalism the game. Today, your goal is to build up an economy with all the resources which the peasants inhabitant class needs. Potatoes, wood, fish, and wool. I've built a research and provisioner to speed things up. Let's get building. Wow. Wow. There are no cities here, so we're going to have to start from scratch. You know how to get started. Start with 2 cities, 1 for potatoes, 1 for wood. Yep, of course. There. All right, they're connected. Go. And a sawmill. Get that out of the way. That'll start that. There's mountains there, so the ocean must be possibly down here. That's where we'll start our explorations. And we'll start our research. Fisheries first. Just because I think we're going to discover water before we worry about sheepies. Although I could be wrong. Now, I have probably wants more than very basics. I also want luxuries. I, for example, can imagine life without my solid gold and mother of pearl jacuzzi. It's these simple pleasures that keep you going after a hard day's work. In the case of peasants, their luxury resources are fish and wool. You'll need to build 2 new cities, 1 for sheep farms and 1 for fisheries. Sheep farms can be built on any green fertile tiles. Fisheries can be built on fishing grounds. Don't forget that these new buildings need to be researched at your castle. And send your dude to scout. I'll highlight a tile to show you where the shoreline is. Oh, well, I guess I should have went over there in the first place. I was mistaken. Alright, we're researching fishies, then we'll research sheepies, and then we'll build sheepies and fishies. Yay, we found fishies! Reduce wool, research the buildings. Planks are needed, so we'll have to build a sawmill. I have a sawmill, but thank you. It's currently building. Well, we found one fishy, but that's only one fishy. We need more than one fishy. We need 2 fishies. Ah. Speed time up. We'll get these things going. There's only one fishy tile. Why is there only one fishy tile? That's not good. Find me more fishy tiles, please. There we go. That's better. That I can work with. Alright. Research. Peat farms. Woohoo! Honestly, probably should just... no. Maybe? Up there? Yeah, right there is perfect, actually. Oh, they're gonna need something to do, though. Speed time up. Yay, sheep farm unlocked. Oh, I don't have enough money. Oh, wow. Oops. Alright, that's fine. Iron deposits. Wow. Lots of resources. I wonder how... Actually, let's take a look. Ooh, there's actually aristocrats. LOL. So there's lots of things to build. Stuff and junk. Alright. He's just exploring. Gold! There's gold in them there hills. Play. All kinds of resources that we have yet to exploit. We're waiting. Things are waiting to finish being built because resources. Actually, I should be making upgrades to the building, my existing buildings. So quarry is for stone, right? Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Worker home research. Ooh, it's a milestone. Lumberjack 2. Alright, worker home researched. Let's upgrade our lumberjacks. Oh, we can't afford upgrades right now. Lol. 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 Lol, 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 lol. Lumber guild. 50 for every other building of type. Plus 1 peasant slot. 50% bonus output. Yeah. There we go. Increase that output. Peasant buildings, and then it'll be potato farms, I think. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. 300 gold. Great, congratulations. You now have an economy with the basic luxury resources for peasants. This was actually all I had planned for today, but it's so nice here. Now there's lovely trade going on. I've decided that it would be a perfect place for me to build a holiday retreat. You know, the type of little tower where I can put my feet up and look out over my domain, watching all these people out there toil in the dirt. What can I say? You've got to have your little hobbies. I'm starting to not like this guy. You don't mind doing a little overtime, do you? Great. For the tower, you're going to need extra resources. So don't forget to do some research. Well, you know what? That's fine. I need stone quarry. All right. Well, that we can do. Yep, right here. Roads. I need money. Wait, what am I researching? A worker home. Oh, what's that for? Is that a better home? Housing upgrades or better houses? I am uncertain. Guess we'll find out. Oh, that's a coal deposit. Shit. Oops. My knight is still just randomly exploring. Wait, what do I need? Oh, I need $1,000. All right, we're gonna be here a minute, I guess. Oh well, let them trade. Let them trade. I need to upgrade some buildings so we get better production. Because we need food. We need money, but we also need food. Lots of food. Gentrification for workers' homes. LOL. So is that... Oh. So they're nicer houses for your workers. Wow. Wow. Alright. Urban development researched. Wow. All right. Yeah, I don't need workers. Urban development. Increase city limit.
Remember, kids, drinking water is important. Drink your super water daily.
Thank you for the hydrate, Matt. Matt. Oh, extra night research. Not the extra night. Well done! Very well done. This all looks fantastic. You really are a handy person to have around. Hardworking, dedicated, and completely lacking any moral compunction about ruthlessly exploiting the natural world for material gain. Wow. That's all I have in store for you at the moment. I do hope we can work together again. Until next time, toodaloo. Party prep? Alright, let's go back to the main menu for a minute. So it's may not yet be fully transit. Yeah. So there's just maps you can check out. Okay. Map editor scenarios. Online workshop map. Okay, so there's gonna be thriving. Let's take a look at the map editor. It's so create an empty map or edit an existing. Yes, map editor. We're going to edit Matt. Because there's something wrong with that boy. No. What? So you've got... Okay. We just place some tiles. Does it... Ah, brush size. Okay. Whomp. Wow. Whee! I mean, that's a fairly nice, big, large-sized map you've got to work with. Fishies! Look at all the fishies! Well, look like bugs. It cannot be edited. Okay, fine! So you can make either challenge maps or... You can, oh, let's see. Fertile soil. There we go. Give the buildings heavy barracks. Woohoo! And then different building types. Actually, I'm curious to see what other building... Alright, wheat farms, tavern, yeah. Workers. tailors, mills, bakeries, clay pit, brickyard, charcoal burning, stone tool maker, coal mine, iron mine, gold mine. And then there's citizens who do pottery, goldsmithing, forging, armory, carpentry. And then aristocrats, which do absolutely nothing because they're useless. And then mission stuff, a jousting arena. Oh. Must be placed adjacent to to a city. Okay, now I'm curious. Well, what's the difference between that jousting arena and that jousting arena? One has a dirt floor and one doesn't. Okay, got it. Golden statue? LOL. Tower and Tower 1, Tower 2. Okay. You can just build scenario maps, either a map to just play or a map to with an actual scenario. That's actually pretty neat. Let Them Trade comes out tomorrow. I'm not gonna go any deeper into it because I don't want to spoil a bunch of stuff before people get their hands on it. But this is, well, hold on. Let's just go to a let's just do a map. Easy, starting budget, difficulty, bandits enabled, blah 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 blah. Do the things. Yeah, okay. Just take a look at an open map. Let's see. Even this has quest. 4 aristocrat home places, 100% happiness in aristocrat homes. And then it's, you know, just build your basic resources and stuff and utilize the map. All games essentially start the same way. You need your basic economy that you then build up and then unlock stuff, fight your bandits, do the things. Very much a cozy, straightforward game. There's a little bit of, you know, got to make sure you balance your economies that everybody's providing, things don't get out of hand, and deal with bandits as they come up. So, kind of Civilization light if you were one solo civilization on your own. I kind of see the Civ DNA in this, but it's cute. Unique art style, and I love the fact that it's basically a board game that is in this dude's sunroom. And the kid's beating herself up on the dryer. So that's it for that.